Okay, so back to this. Let's talk about stuff. You guys have gone to the elemental. Albrecht has been has dropped the pages in the water. I have to do a whisper to Adam before we continue.
Sure. Nothing yet.
I have to type it out first.
Okay.
Bam.
The elemental's gonna be like, you spelled it wrong.
The elemental's like, what type of paper was this on? This feels like construction paper.
I can do just /WGM, right?
Yes. Well, you have to do Game Master, I think, all the way typed out.
All right.
So.
Okay.
Oh, fair background music. Yeah, you're right. Furious, you could just say it.
Say what?
No, you can just do /W_GM.
Oh, okay. That works. It wasn't A32 double spaced. I need to know this for what I'm about to do next because it might work out really well in our favor for today's campaign. Guys, I swear I'm a professional.
Yeah. You get paid.
Professional doofus. You okay? Are you? I think you were fake laughing, and then you laughed so hard that you made yourself actually laugh.
There you go, bud.
All right, sweet. 1 sec. I got to turn this all the way down because we're doing this again. Okay. Hopefully this music's not too loud. I apologize. Okay. So as you guys, so pulling forward, as you drop the pages into the water, you feel like a mist or something of the sort kind of just permeates the air.
Just like envelops the surrounding kind of thing.
Right. I don't have a good I wasn't planning for this.
Mist?
Yeah, it's very thick, and as you and it's almost like you cannot see your own surroundings. Would Albrecht,
I see my hand in front of my face.
Yes. Can you do me a favor, Albrecht? Can you roll a perception check?
Sure.
Okay.
14.
Now, Addilyn, can you roll a perception check?
I remember how to pull my character sheet out.
Double click your token on the map.
Got it.
Bio, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, buddy. Perception check. Okay. And then Furiously, or Shazafraz, I should say, can you please roll a perception check?
I sure can. 18 plus 1, 19.
Okay. And then from there,
Hit me.
The following orders will happen.
Persuasion check.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
my
yeah, that's the other P word.
I mean, 13, 15 minus 1, 14.
There you go. Okay, so what happens as you roll this stuff, right? Or I guess as this goes through, right?
I almost got it. Why'd you rat me out?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so what'll happen is that as this all goes on, right, the fog basically envelops you. At that point, we'll start with Addilyn. Addilyn, you notice that something's weird, but it's not too weird. You just know that the fog is super thick.
Can I bottle it?
Sure. Do you wanna perceive what it actually is, or do you want to just be like, I bottle it? I don't care what it is right now because I don't know what's going on with this, right?
This is Addilyn. She just bottles it.
Yeah, that is perfectly fine with me.
Do you do it like one of those like vapors, and then you like blow it out like that?
No,
you could probably just try to scoop it. It's thick enough where if you try to like waft it in there, it'll work.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Nice and thick moisture.
Okay, so you will bottle it. You will waft it into the bottle, and that works. You don't even have to roll a skill check on it. It's just like one of those things that could probably work. It's like you're like walking in like a soup. That's how thick it is. Now, we'll start with... Okay, so, Albrecht, we will go next. You'll go next because alphabetical order. In that same instance, you will see that Momoe has disappeared.
Momo! Albert cries out at the top of his voice. Momo, like, looking around, like, frantically, like, what the hell's going on here?
Okay, in the same time that you call out from Momoe, the others are able to hear you. Like, it's not like, there's like, if I were to say the way that you could see, I would say that you could see maybe one square in front of you if you rolled above a 10 on perception.
So I can only see, like, a little, like, about 5 feet in front of me, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So, like,
okay.
You're not completely blind in it. But,
no, but it's vision is impaired greatly.
And you know that something's up because of the fact that where Momo, which usually stand, right? You know that all she had done was dipped her toes in the water, if that makes sense.
All right.
And then going from there, then we have Shaz. Shaz, you've realized that Jester has also disappeared.
This is weird. Where everybody go?
You can't see the other people, but you know that the people within your...
I see the shoreline in front of me, right?
Yep. And you can see a little bit into the water.
Okay. In his frantic anxiety, Albrecht steps into the water. And like still looking around for Momo.
Okay. As you walk into the water, you just feel it kind of like...
How deep is the water?
So it's not like... It's like a shore when you're walking to a beach. It doesn't immediately fall off. So you're able to get maybe a square
so it's like ankle. So it's like ankle deep right now.
Right, exactly. So as you start to walk into it, and I guess the best phrase would be to start wading into the water.
Okay. Albert turns around. Albert turns around and puts his shield and warhammer and his chain is on the ground on the shoreline and steps in further into the water.
Okay. As you continue to step further into the water, you see the water elemental in a state that it's never been before. Beforehand, it looked to be like some like vague, thin humanoid, but like I chose Morphling for a reason. You know how like elemental? Yeah, like as a water elemental, like the classic WoW water elementals, where like they have like the bottom swirling and like the big upper part, right?
Yeah,
it went from looking
like blueberries.
Right, exactly. Yes, exactly. It went from being what looked like a normal person standing on the water to being like an inflated, angrier, like elemental, and it stares down at you, and it goes.
Okay, as far as the water, am I treading or what's happening now?
As you get closer and closer, it seems to be.
Yeah, Albert isn't the best swimmer, so he's not going.
That's okay.
Not going to go into any further past treading, basically. Or like,
okay,
he'll stop wading into the water once he feels that there's no ground beneath his feet, basically.
Okay, so I would say right now you're probably at chest height.
Okay, that's far enough.
Yeah, like to the point where like if you walked any further, you would probably need to swim.
Okay, yeah, he wouldn't do that.
The water is not thicker than normal. The water is just kind of I know this sounds really weird to say, but in a D&D setting, you have to say it this way. It feels like water.
Great.
Right? There's no tricks, there's no nothing.
Okay.
So as the elemental kind of like looks down at you and goes, "Child of the stars, I asked for something valuable, and you gave me trash."
No. All right. Well, Albert's gonna try to say as like call him out and say you would call the teachings of my order invaluable to me, and like kind of question him and like kind of, but he's trying to be a bit deceptive.
Okay, so I'll give you like there's like 2 ways you could probably do it. You could probably either do a deception check, or you could do some sort of like intimidation, right? Because like, you know, I guess I'll give you 2 ways to do it, because like Albrecht.
Let's say Albrecht's angry, but let's say like Albrecht's visibly angry that he said that the water elemental said that.
Right. So it's up to you. Feel free to roll either.
I'm not intending to fight it. I'm not intending to fight him. I'm just
but you're trying to
make him back down, basically. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Make it just a normal roll. Is that fine?
Yeah. Feel free to go.
14.
14. Okay. He looks at you and he goes, "Whether or not you know it, I know your heart, child of the stars. You are..." Let me rephrase this. "Whether or not you know this, child of the stars, I know what is inside you. I know your heart. This is garbage to you." As like the water kind of swirls up, and as like the like pieces of paper in the water seem to like come up into a bubble, right? And then it just, the bubble pops, and the like pieces of paper just kind of like shred.
Okay. Then I'll look up this. Then I'll give you the thing. I'll give you whatever it takes for us to get to go into the forest, to go further into the forest. Then.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, "I've already taken what I needed. Something that had worth to you."
What are you doing with Momoe?
He kind of like points around and he does like the he kind of like swirls his finger, and as like a jet of water comes up, you see what seems to be Momoe, and then another swirl of a finger, and what seems to be Niahm, but still in frog form, and the last swirl, which seems to be Jester.
Don't wait. It's like now Albrecht's visibly angry. He says, don't you effing dare lay a finger on my friends."
He kind of just turns to you, or not turns to you, but he kind of like looks at you and he goes, I asked for something of meaning, child of the stars. If you are to give me something as worthless as paper, I will take something that means the most to you." And in his hand, he kind of like clenches, and the water seems to engulf Jester.
No, Jester. Now you can see Albrecht's face again. Like he's starting to get like he's like starting to get like peak his anger, basically.
In this moment, the fog seems to clear on the shore.
Okay.
This allows and as this continues, I'll allow the other 2 to react to what's going on, and then we'll continue
on. So we heard all of that, right?
Yes, and as it clears, Shaz, you see that the here, hold on. This might be perfect. Give me 1 second. You guys could zoom out if you want. I'm gonna put Momo's character here. Here. Niamh's character here, and Jester here. They seem to be inside like torrents holding them up, and the water seems to be like slowly engulfing Jester.
All right, so how quickly is the water engulfing Jester? I'd say.
It'll be slow enough for the other 2 to react, and you're not gonna you won't lose out. I guess what I'm trying to say is that by letting everybody react, you will not it won't swallow Jester. Does that make sense? So you have a little bit of time.
Okay.
So I guess we'll start with Shaz, and then we will go to Addilyn.
This feels like a combat situation, right?
I don't know about that.
Well, I looked at it and I say, "Addy, they drown in water. This is bad, right?"
Addilyn?
It is bad because he doesn't even hold to his own words. She looks at the elementals like, you asked for items to be left so that they can gain power over time. We left items that were deemed valuable to us. I did say what is valuable to us might not be valuable to you, and you got all angry at us. So now you're taking people? That seems kind of productive. They can't stay in the forest for eons getting more powerful like you wanted.
He kind of like looks at you, and he goes, he kind of just says something along the lines of like, he goes, this deal was meant for something worthwhile. I do not go against my words as much as your child of the stars here goes against his own.
How do you know that? You can't know that because you're not him.
He like raises his hands and like tightens the water that like suffocates Jester a little bit more and goes, because I'm fucking magic.
That isn't an answer.
Got him.
You're just a bully.
He kind of just like,
Oh.
he what he does in this time is he like glares at you. And he goes, he looks at you and he goes, a bully? You think I, the lord of this lake, who tends to, how do I put it, protect this land, is a bully? We shall show you what a bully truly is.
Albrecht hitting that starts like backpedaling toward the shore.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I have to.
He dropped his things in the space right beneath him.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I gotta. I have to import a monster because I wasn't expecting you guys to actually fight the water elemental.
Oh no.
1 second.
It's just the three of us.
He's being a bully. What do you expect?
I was
Actually-
thinking. Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, Addilyn's just like verbally calling him out. She's not fighting.
As this happens, hold on. Let me see if I can bring this into my group real quick of stuff. Okay.
We're in trouble.
It's okay. You're not too much in trouble.
Oh yeah, this is a water elemental, and we are level 2.
It's fine.
And there's only 3 of us.
You ever play Pokemon?
And I don't have any of my gear on. Well, I have to take my entire
strong against water.
I have to put it all back on.
Oh my gosh. Okay.